here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Okay, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Browns very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible. But we watched it happen.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off of play action, it's Watson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Browns 9. Ka'imi Fairbairn 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Chubb running right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2nd and 1. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Running right through it.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hold it ready. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long. And they certainly want to keep him up the scoreboard here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
18, 5 years. Check pass. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. 19
They'll set up a throw. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Cut back to you! Cut back to you!
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Watson now to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. They run it again with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. How about that? Their quarterback, 35 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And some space here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. From the 50, it's Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, here we go. Jack, perfect.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to have great field position, whereas this is returned just shy of midfield. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Chubb will get the call running left. Uses the stiff arm.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, he pulls over it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them, run fits? Everyone was in the right place.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 171 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll run with Chubb, and that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the give, this is Harris. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Cleveland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date.